Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is Jerry and today we are looking at the MG's lighting system and lighting switch controls that's available on the MG vehicles. As always, I'll leave all the timestamps down below for you to skip forward if you wish to. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to subscribe and like down below and check all my MG tutorial videos on this channel. Alright, this is how the lighting switch looks like on the MG HS, which is available in New Zealand and Australia. In some other vehicles, you may have found slightly different buttons or missing, let's say, the front fog lights, stuff like that. But most things, the functions are going to be very similar or even identical to this particular switch. First thing, to indicate the indicator light, you just go up all the way. The indicator light will switch on until you either turn the steering or until you switch it back. Same as the left, go all the way, it's gonna switch and it's gonna switch back or switch off when you turn the steering, when you go through a corner, or switch up. Alternatively, you can do a very light touch instead of going the click, then that will indicate 3 times. That allows the vehicle to do a quick lane change, whatever you like, or down switch without going to the click, then 3 flashes as well. So that's how to use the indicator. Regarding the headlights, whenever you switch on the vehicle, whether you are on the accessory mode with just the screen on, or whether you fully switch on the motor or the running engine, your LED daytime running light will always be on. That means the LED day shape at the front, depends on which vehicle you're driving, will show your headlights at the front, so that everyone can see you when you drive around. Next is the front headlight switch. On all MG vehicles, the front headlights is controlled by the switch on the very left. That means you can switch forward or backwards between auto, manual headlights, stuff like that. On all MGs that are currently for sale in New Zealand, you get automatic headlights. That means if you wish to use the automatic headlights, use this arrow button to point to O. That means it's auto position. It's gonna switch the headlights on and off depending on your light sensor inbuilt at the front. Generally speaking, your light sensor will be around this dashboard area and it will pick up the light indication surrounding areas for you. Right now we're in a big car park. The lighting is not great, so that means it's fairly dark. The headlight has been switched on automatically. And if you're driving in the daytime, it will automatically switch off. And if you power off the vehicle, it will automatically switch off. So most time you do not need to worry about auto headlights. As long as you leave it in auto, it's gonna switch on and switch off for you. If you do want to switch off the auto lights, switch back, that means it's off. On some vehicles, it will give you an indicator over there. Some vehicles will not give you an indicator, and switch back to auto again, just twist it back again, that means it's on automatic headlights. If you do want to switch the headlight manually on, there are 2 positions. The first position, you can consider this as a parking light, where you have that indicator over there. Again, some vehicles may have a different indicator or different location of the indicator, but anyway, when that indicator lights up, it's gonna mean your parking light is on. That means at the front, your LED daytime running lights are still on, and at the back, your rear parking light or your rear nighttime driving or low beam light will be switched on, just like how you should drive at night. You may need this when you park on the side of the road, but you do still want people to see you from behind, or you're driving in a low light condition but it's not extremely dark just yet, you can manually switch this on. So that's how to switch on the parking lights, if that makes sense. Next, if you want to switch on the low beam, which is your main beam light, that means you just twist it forward. There we go. You get another indicator. Again, it could locate somewhere else. That means your full headlight low beam and rear light low beam are all switched on. So that's your driving lights at night. You should 100% switch to low beam lights at night when you drive on the road, or you can leave on auto. It will switch on for you. So that's how to change that. Next is the flashing light. If you do want to use the flashlight, just pull the stock towards your steering, just like that, and then the flashlight will be engaged. You will see a blue icon light up momentarily. You can pull and hold, or you can just light touch whenever you like. That's really up to you. If you want to use the high beam, you can just push forward while your main beam is on, then the high beam will be on. Push again to release the high beam. Again, whichever you like. You do need to manually push on your low beam at least, or when it's automatic, your low beam is on, then you can push forward to switch on your high beam. Otherwise, when it's off, let's say right now I push forward, there will be no high beam, so to speak. For some vehicle, you will have a thing called automatic high beam assist. That means if your vehicle is switched to auto position in terms of auto headlights and you're driving a completely dark situation, there is no other vehicles or no road lights available in this particular area, it will automatically switch on the high beam for you, and then the indicator again will come on the dash. When you are traveling through an area that has a road light available, or there's another vehicle coming to you, or you are start following your vehicle, the high beam automatically gets shut off while you are passing by the area. Then when it's completely dark again, while you're driving a countryside road, then the automatic high beam will be on again. So that's how to use the automatic high beam. In some vehicles, in some vehicles with the automatic high beam, you cannot switch them off, but in this particular vehicle, you can switch them off. Click the car setting and go to the comfort and convenience. Under the lighting department, we have the auto high beam assist. If you can switch off or switch on whenever you like. But some vehicles may not have this on and off button. That means as long as you have auto high beam, as long as it's on auto, it automatically switch on for you, so to speak. If you do not want to use the auto high beam, you find it annoying, that's fine. You just manually engage the low beam at night. That means no automatic high beam for you. Next part, we'll talk about the fog lights. In some vehicles, you may not have two switches. You may only have one switch, which I'll talk about the rear fog lights after the front fog lights first. To switch on the front fog lights, it's pretty simple. You just switch the forward. That means front fog lights is engaged. And you can see the front fog lights light over there. But because we are in the dark right now, because the auto headlights is on, that means we can easily switch on the fog lights. If you're driving, let's say you're putting it off, so no lights right now, and you're pushing it to fog lights, it's not going to switch on. It's only going to switch on when your low beam or when your parking light is switched on. Let's say we switch to parking light is on and fog light is on. That's the front fog lights. So first thing, if you do want to use the fog light, you always have to make sure you either switch to parking light or switch to low beam before you can engage the fog lights. Or if you switch to auto, you have driving a dark enough situation to be able to switch on the fog lights. Whenever the fog lights is switched on, it will always show you on the dashboard. If we switch off, even if you switch to fog lights, there's no light, that means the front fog light is not on at all. So that's the fog light switch. And while the fog light is switched over there, you can switch the rear fog lights as well. So in this particular instance, we just need to twist forward and release. That means rear fog light is on. In some situation, if you don't have the front fog lights, all you need to do, simple as this, just twist it forward and twist it forward. That means switch on, twist it forward again, switch off. That's how to use the rear fog lights on this particular example. And if you want to go back with no front fog lights, twist all the way, no fog lights at all. Just like that. That's the same. If you switch the lights completely off, switch the fog lights, not going to be on. Switch the rear fog lights, it's not going to be on. So you have to make sure either your parking light or low beam are on at least, or automatic has to be in dark situation at least. So that's how to use the fog lights on this particular vehicle. Some additional information. We've had a lot of people asking me why my front headlights is not working with automatic sensors, stuff like that. If your vehicle switch to auto, or you start at auto position every single time, and then when you start driving, no matter if it's dark or bright, your headlights always stays on, then you might want to visit your workshop, as there are some problem with the auto light sensor on some particular vehicles or some particular releases over the time with the update or anything like that. It may need a quick fix or may need to replace the parts. in case that happens to you, go to your local MG dealer and get it checked and get it repaired as soon as possible. In some other vehicles, there's a feature. If you have the 360 view camera available, you can go into the 360 view camera, click the setting icon, then find this particular thing called auto view at low speed or 360 view at turning at low speed. Whatever the name is, you can engage this function. Once you engage this function, that means when you are at low speed, turning the indicator on the left, it's going to show the left view and the 360 at the same time. Switch it back, it's gone. Switch it up, that means right view and 360 available. So that's a cool additional feature you can engage. If you do not like it, go to 360 view and go to settings, disable on this particular line. Cool. And the last additional information is your brightness. Your brightness actually changes between your headlight switch. So if you go into the settings, you can go to display. In the display, we have automatic. If it's on automatic, that means headlights off, bright lighting, headlights on, that means dark lighting. If you change to night, you can actually engage left and right. Let's say we stay on 2 and day we stay on 7. That means we go back to auto, night will stay on 2, switch off, day will stay on 7, sorry. It just means you can automatically change the brightness while you drive. But if you select either night or day, it's going to stay on one position, where auto is probably useful for most cases. Alright, that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed the channel, hope you enjoyed the contents. Subscribe and like. If you found my video helpful, check all my contents on this channel for MG tutorial videos. I'll see you next one.